wanted to talk about getting balance in our painting and not allowing certain shapes to sort of distract the flow of the eye. And with that, what I'm sort of meaning is, see how that shape there, we could leave that out completely and it wouldn't harm the painting at all. Another one is this shape here. We don't really need that in the scene at all. All it is going to do is help point the eye or want to run the eye in too quickly. Where I'd almost sort of say, okay, you know what, it's probably best to bring the composition in here. So whenever I'm out sort of looking for subjects to paint or something to paint, these are sort of some of the things that are going through my mind. Is definitely that line there is really strong, so I'm going to have to do something. I would slightly darken it and not have too many hard edges in the distance. We don't mind a little bit coming up here, because this would be the focal area, the main area. The left hand side is really just a little bit of relief from all the shapes and all the sort of dynamic sort of areas there. And so from here we have this main big shape, and then we have that big shape over there to help counterbalance. And sometimes in this one it's almost like a set of scales. It is probably a little bigger and heavier on this side, so that would be more leaning down this way a little more, just a fraction more. But then I think this shape up here can help balance things, so it's then more this shape here up against that shape. So instead of sort of just coming in and having a look at all the small little shapes, like all the bricks on here, and there are some lovely little cast shadows, the shadow of the chain, but then I'm really taking into account the areas that are going to be a distraction, be a possible problem later on. And so with this one, there's a lovely bit of blue atmosphere through there, a nice little shadow there, and that's leading to those chairs. But in all honesty, the painting is best off served if we lose most of that foreground. The reason why I kept it in, because I think I do want some of these little aspects, but I would move them in further, and then just be careful that the eye doesn't want to run too quickly to that tree either. So that's where we'd be sort of slowing the eye down, and this is another nice little lead-in line there as well. So you just never know, but it is something that's where I even find sort of turning the scene upside down. That's another way to sort of have a look and sort of think, oh geez, you know what, that could push the eye up and out. Not so much that one, but definitely this one over here. And then we've got quite a long horizontal line there. And this line here is quite a strong line to lead the eye in, when we've already got sort of one there, one on that line there, and then all the... So there's a lot of little things that I feel is good. That's why I do find research and development time to plan and work through the strengths, the weaknesses, and even some of my best subjects still have small little weaknesses. A painting I did yesterday was of a sort of a headland, and I just made the rock, and there's an area over here, and I just made a bit of light on the rock too long. Walked in first thing this morning and thought, why didn't I see that? So it's an eternal battle, but I think if we can do the hard work prior to starting, we normally edit out most. Not always all, but normally most. So, and there's the old trick to do the mirror reverse as well. That's a great one for being able to sort of get a fresh look on your subject before you paint them as well. But I do love turning them upside down, because you do tend to see some lines that are quite hard that we didn't probably initially sort of pick up on. So all the best. Bye for now. When it comes to art, there is no single right or wrong answer. However, there are still a lot of concepts and techniques that students need to learn to create a strong visual language. This course is designed to help you develop and find your own visual language so that you can start expressing yourself more confidently, because over the years I've studied and noted the areas where students tend to struggle the most, and then I've delved deeply into these topics. So we will cover the basics of colour, edge, how to achieve a strong contrast from light to dark, focal points, and creating depth so that you can start to use it effectively in your work. I'll demonstrate a wide range of subjects which I believe will broaden your horizons and allow you to gain experiences that you may have only dreamed of trying. By the end of this course, you'll have a better understanding of how to express your own visual language and create artwork that is both successful and expressive. I invite you to join me for an exciting year of learning and exploration.